Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Sunday, the 18th of January, 2026. Starting off with the synoptic midnight last night, not a great deal going on there, actually quite slack winds and clearer air, certainly in the latter part of yesterday, albeit still quite damp air mass. By midday today, this low that was down over towards Spain's moving up into the Bay of Biscay, and with that, it's leading to a passing warm front that we can expect to be causing a little bit of sort of cloudy and slightly wet weather later on into today. With that, we're expecting quite a lot of low cloud. So to begin with in the day, possible gap as that moves through at 12 o'clock. So once that's moving through, potential gap behind that. Not a huge amount of precipitation anticipated. It actually looks almost as if it's parking itself there. So maybe not clearing through and bringing fresh air quite as we would want it to. Into tomorrow, similar picture really with a low centred to the south of Ireland there, and then more and more frontal weather into early next week. The sat pic for today, you can see just fairly significant cloud over areas, patchy in towards the southeast, but definitely evidence of sort of front there. And on the rain radar, just passing showers at the moment. The bulk of it seems to have gone through overnight, with the occasional shower coming off the south coast there. Looking at the Met Office prediction, just run that through quickly to see. Not a great deal of rain anticipated, mostly going into the west and southwest. So we should theoretically be free of rain for the rest of today. It's just a case of the fairly low cloud. The Odium observation, they're showing 300-meter visibility with fog and overcast at 200 feet at the moment, with a temperature and dew point of 7 degrees, which is no surprise there. Farnborough, something similar with some mist with 2,200-meter visibility. The TAF showing a light easterly wind of 5 knots, visibility of 6 kilometers, broken at 400 feet, becoming slightly more southeasterly with an increase in wind strength there to 10 knots, visibility greater than 10 with no significant weather, and scattered at 1,500 feet. So there's a possibility there, sort of late morning of a clearance at Farnborough. Expecting that a little bit later here, with that being in the east. And there's a prob 30 between 1 and 3 of broken at 800 feet. So broken at 800 Farnborough is not great for us here. So we will just have to wait and see. Winds aloft today to the south of us, almost directly southerly or south-southeasterly, 10 to 15 knots at flying height. And to the north a little bit more east in it, 120, 150 at 15 knots. On the ground, so let's begin with more or less just off 09 heading. And as the day goes on, a little bit more from the south, but fairly light. Looking at the local Met Office forecast here, around 6 knots throughout today, just reducing later on, maximum gust of 12 in the around lunchtime. So it should be suitable for 09. You can see here very high humidity all throughout. The lowest humidity we'll see today is 95%. So this, whether or not we can actually get a gap in this cloud and have some clear air, is the question of the day. GFS for temperature in the warmest part, we're looking at about 7 degrees, and a dew point also of 7 degrees, so not particularly optimistic there. Currently at Lasham, we've got a temperature of 6.3 degrees with a dew point of 4.8. And that's the webcam on the south side. That was about 8 o'clock this morning. You can see very, very poor visibility and quite thick fog. Just refresh that now. There's been a very, very slight improvement there of about 10 meters visibility, but it's still got a way to go yet. Cross section here from Skysight, not showing a great change, really. Increasing cloud base around 11 o'clock for a period in the afternoon, up to probably around 1,000 feet altitude, or maybe even slightly higher. So there's a potential window here. It's just going to need to be closely monitored, and if we're ready to take advantage of it, we should be able to make the most of it. No time-wise, nothing significant to do based on that forecast. And so with glider bookings, we've got three K21s and one K13 all booked flying. One K13 for the casual list, and there's plenty of signals to availability. At the moment, there's one on the casual list, one instructor, and the simulator is available as normal, so that may be used while we're waiting for the clearance to arrive. One movement expected today, whether or not we can get that in is another matter, but it's about 10 past 11. We're expecting an A320 arrival, so we'll work around that as required. So in summary for today, we have low pressure to the south with an associated passing warm front, and actually rather than passing, it's more or less parking itself just to the west of us. We can expect mist and fog to begin with a low cloud base throughout the day. There's a possible gap expected around midday onwards, so we'll be ready for that if it should arrive. And there's a light southeasterly flow across the airfield. On that basis, we'll operate runway 09 with probably partial wind drop, so launching off the runway but landing on the grass, and the cables will be on the south side. As always, do not land or taxi across the disused runways shown in red, and there's our airfield set up to finish with the winch on the south of the main runway, air towing north of the centre line, and landing on the grass 09 before, just being aware that the sort of south of 2XL and the centre triangle is really quite soggy, so just try and keep a little bit further in if you can. That's all for me this morning. We'll see you out there or in the clubhouse very shortly. If we do get out, let's have a good day and keep it safe. Thank you very much.